Let's be real for a second. College isn't cheap. We're talking tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes hundreds of thousands. And that's before interest if you're taking out loans. And don't get me started on the opportunity cost of the money that you could have been making while you were in college. So the big question is, which degrees are actually worth it? Not what your parents think, not what looks cool on Instagram, not even necessarily what you're passionate about, although that does matter too. I'm talking about degrees that will give you a real return on investment, that will actually set you up for success in the real world. Because here's the truth that nobody wants to admit. Not all degrees are created equal. I mean, think about it. There's thousands of colleges in the US and there's over 900 college degrees. And so most people feel completely overwhelmed by too much choice. So with all these degrees, all these colleges, and all this confusion, if you're looking to level up your education and land a good career, check out StudyMatch by bestcolleges.com because they'll help you find accredited and reviewed online programs that fit your schedule and career goals. So check that out down in the description and the pinned comment below, and that will be a really good supplement to this video. Now, I spent weeks researching the latest data from places like the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and the National Association of Colleges and Employers to bring you degrees that actually pay off. No made-up numbers, no guesswork, just facts. And just a quick note before we dive in, I'm not saying that you should only pick a degree based on the money. Passion matters, interest matters, but so does being able to pay your bills and live the life you want. So let's get into it. Degree number 1 is computer science or computer engineering. Now look, I know this one isn't exactly a shocker, but the numbers here are just too good to ignore. According to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, computer science graduates are making a median early career salary of $80,000, and that's right out of college. And here's what's really impressive. The underemployment rate is only 16.5%. Now, what exactly does that mean? Well, it means that over 83% of computer science grads are working in jobs that actually require their degree. They're not just making coffee or working retail. And in a world where so many graduates struggle to find jobs in their field, that is huge. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but I'm not good enough at math, or I tried coding once and I hated it. And that's fair. Computer science isn't for everyone, but the field is way broader than just sitting in a dark room writing code all day. You've got UI, UX design, product management, data analysis, cybersecurity, AI development, and the list goes on. Plus, these skills are in demand everywhere. Tech companies, banks, healthcare, education, government, literally every industry needs tech people right now. And the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that these jobs are growing much faster than average. So this isn't just some good field now, it's projected to keep growing into the future. And if you even have a slight interest in technology and problem solving, computer science is worth considering. The ROI is just too good to ignore. Degree number 2 is engineering in general, various specializations. So engineering in general, I think this is going to come to no surprise to anybody. It's really good, right? Civil, mechanical, electrical, chemical, take your pick. They're all showing incredible returns. And the numbers don't lie. According to the most recent data, all engineering majors show median early career pay above $70,000. And the National Association of Colleges and Employers projects that engineering majors from the class of 2025 will earn around $78,000 right out of the gate. And that's not after 10 years of experience, that's the starting salary. But here's what's really cool about engineering. It's not just about the money. It's about creating things that make a difference. Civil engineers build the bridges that we drive on and the water systems that we rely on. Mechanical engineers design everything from cars to medical devices. And electrical engineers create the technology that powers our world. So you're solving real problems and making tangible change. And there's something really satisfying about that. Now, I won't sugarcoat it. Engineering programs are tough. The math, the all-nighters, the group projects, it's not easy. But that's partly why it pays so well. Not everyone can do it or is willing to put in the work. So if you're someone who enjoys problem solving and isn't afraid of technical challenges, engineering could be your ticket to a secure and rewarding career. And unlike some fields, engineering skills tend to be pretty transferable. The analytical thinking and technical knowledge that you develop can be applied across many industries. So if you're trying to choose a specialization, follow your interests. Like cars and machines, mechanical might be your thing. Fascinated by electronics, electrical engineering could be perfect for you. Care about the environment? Environmental engineering is booming right now. The bottom line is, engineering degrees continue to provide some of the best returns on investment in higher education, period. They've been the highest earning type of degree over the last 50 years, and they're going to be one of the highest earning types of degrees over the next 50 years as well. All right, degree number 3 is data science and analytics, or related degrees such as statistics. Now, this field has absolutely exploded in the past few years, and for good reason. Every company, and I mean every company, is drowning in data these days. Customer data, product data, marketing data. They've got more information than they know what to do with. And that's where data scientists come in. They're the people who can make sense of all this information and turn it into actual business decisions. And companies are willing to pay big money for these skills. The median income for data scientists is projected to be about $108,000 a year, according to recent reports. That's 6 figures for the median income. Now, what's cool about data science is that it combines elements of several fields. You've got the technical coding aspects for computer science, the statistical analysis for mathematics, and the business application from, well, business. So it's perfect for people who like working with numbers, but also want to see the real world impact of their work. And unlike some tech roles that might get automated, data scientists are usually doing the automating. They're creating the algorithms and systems that make decisions, which puts them in a pretty secure position. Now, you might be wondering, what's the difference between this and computer science? Well, while there is definitely overlap, data science is more focused on analysis and insights, while traditional computer science might be more about building software in systems. A data science degree will typically include more statistics and analytics courses, along with specialized data processing tools and techniques. Is it challenging? Absolutely. You'll need to be more comfortable with statistics, programming, and analytical thinking. But if those things interest you, the job prospects and salary potential make this degree incredibly valuable. All right, degree number 4 is nursing or other healthcare related degrees. Now, this field isn't just about the money, though the money is very good. It's also about job security and making a difference. So let's talk about the numbers first. According to recent data, nurse practitioners, which is one of the highest paid types of nurses, earns around $128,000 a year, while nurse anesthetists can make up to $214,000. That is doctor money. And even registered nurses start around $86,000 a year. So those are some serious salaries. And unlike some fields where you need years of experience to make good money, nursing often pays well right from the start. And here's what sets healthcare degrees apart. Demand is practically guaranteed. Think about it. People will always need healthcare. It's not an industry that's going to disappear or get fully automated anytime soon. Someone needs to be there to provide care, and that someone could be you. Now, nursing isn't easy at all. The hours can be long, the work can be physically and emotionally demanding, and yes, bodily fluids are involved. So it's not for the faint of heart. But for many people, the rewards outweigh the challenges. You're literally helping people on what might be the worst day of their lives. You're making a difference in a very direct, tangible way. And the field is incredibly diverse. You can work in hospitals, private practices, schools, corporate settings, or even remote nursing is becoming more common with telehealth. And you also have tons of specialization options: pediatrics, oncology, emergency, psychiatric nursing, and many more. This means you can find a niche that really fits your interests and strengths. Plus, nursing is one of those rare fields where you can start with an associate's degree, get your bachelor's while working, and then potentially go for an advanced practice role with a master's degree. And it allows for career growth without necessarily starting with a huge educational investment. Now, if you're someone who wants job security, good pay, and work that matters, nursing and healthcare degrees are absolutely worth considering, whether it's at the bachelor's level, master's level, or doctoral level. Whereas many of the other ones on this list are only going to be good at the bachelor's level. All right, next on the list is going to be finance, and I'm also going to throw in accounting there as well. And finance is one of those degrees that just keeps on giving throughout your career. While the starting salaries are solid, it's the mid-career earnings that are really impressive. According to the Federal Reserve data, finance majors reach a median wage of $110,000 a year by mid-career. And they have one of the lowest underemployment rates in the business fields. Only about 18% of accounting or finance majors are underemployed, meaning over 80% are working on jobs that actually utilize their degree and skill set. So in a world where so many graduates end up in positions unrelated to their studies, that's a huge advantage. Now, finance isn't all about banking or being a Wall Street trader, though those are options if that's your thing. The field is incredibly diverse. You could work in corporate finance, helping companies make investing decisions, or you could go into financial planning, helping individuals manage their money and plan for retirement. You could work in risk management, insurance, real estate finance, the list goes on. And every industry and organization needs financial expertise. This gives finance graduates incredible flexibility in where and how they work. So does a finance degree require math skills? skills? Yes, absolutely. You'll need to be comfortable with numbers and analysis, but it's not the same as being a math major. It's more about applying mathematical concepts to real-world financial problems. And you'll also develop valuable skills in critical thinking, problem solving, and communication. Being able to explain complex financial concepts to people who don't have a financial background is a seriously valuable skill. And with the growth of fintech, financial technology, there are even more opportunities emerging that combine finance knowledge with technology skills. So if you're detail-oriented, analytical, and interested in how money works, a finance degree could set you up for a stable, lucrative career with plenty of growth potential. And another thing about finance and accounting degrees is even if you could hypothetically do the skills or learn the skills without getting a degree, there's a lot of liability involved in these types of careers. And so sort of think about it. You know, if a company gets in trouble with some type of accounting or financial issue and they're explaining themselves to a judge and they say, oh yeah, we hired somebody that seemed like they had good skills, but they didn't have a degree, well, that's going to look bad to the judge, whether or not it's true or not. And so that's kind of another thing to consider is when it comes to degrees, a lot of the time, if there's a lot of liability in that particular career path or in that skill set, then getting a degree can sometimes be a really good idea. So I don't make too many of these videos anymore. And like I said before, I've been looking for a tool for years that can kind of match people to the right degree and sometimes give them options for good colleges as well. And then I found StudyMatch by bestcolleges.com and I partnered with them and they have been great. So definitely check them out down in the description and the pinned comment below. You'll enter some basic information and they'll connect you with accredited online degree programs that align with your interests. So it just makes the whole process a lot simpler and it gives you some really good options. And also, additionally to that, check out my video that I did on how to pick a college degree by clicking right here.